Let's analyze the stock market trading session for today, Monday, April 4th, 2022. This is a daily chart of the S&P 500. It was a nice day, up 36 points. If you're long, you must be very happy. I'm not. I'm neutral, and I'm still happy that it went up today. Back above, way above the 100-day moving average and the 10-day moving average, where it found support today. It finished near the highs of the day. It was a very nice day. Let's take a look at the 5-minute chart. This is a 5-minute chart. This is the session, beginning of the session. And you can see that it trended higher all day long with a minor pullback and finished very strong near the highs of the day. Now back to the daily chart. Levels that I'll be watching tomorrow will be exactly the same ones coming into today. This zone up here between 45, say 45.80 and 4600, very strong resistance and closed in that trading range, right around the 5-day moving average, and it might open higher tomorrow based on a very strong close. I would not be surprised if it opens higher. If it opens about 4600, that will make it a tricky entry, and I will probably have a smaller size. Otherwise, if we open lower than push above this level, then the setup will look a lot more attractive. I I was very tempted to buy after the close today, but I remember doing that over here that day, and then the following day anticipating a breakout above this level, and then the following day it reversed lower and I got stopped out. So I don't want that to happen again. So I would rather wait for further confirmation. I would much rather be out wishing I was in than being in wishing I was out. I heard that from someone else and I can relate to that statement and I use it for my trading. It would be nice if it spends another session or two inside this trading range and then move higher. Today's low will definitely be important tomorrow, which is at the 100-day moving average and this pivot point 40, what was the low? 45.40, which has been very strong pivot point before. It was here, and then you see it here, around here. If this level fails, then the next support level would be the 200-day moving average and this 44.90 pivot point. We'll see what happens tomorrow. It looks very bullish that it wants to go higher, and I will not be surprised if we open higher tomorrow. Now the Nasdaq 100, this one was the life of the rally. It was up, what, 2%? Very, very strong day. Back above the 10-day moving average. Seems like it found support around the area. Now it's back above the 5-day moving average and just closed around a very strong resistance. That's where the 100-day moving average, the 200-day moving average, they merged. They're actually like there. And this pivot point of 15,160. So it finished right there. Very interesting. It will be a very interesting open tomorrow. Can we open much higher and never look back? We'll see if that's the case. I will probably skip this trade as it would probably be too far away from a good pivot point. We'll see where it opens. A lower risk setup would be if we open slightly lower and then push above that level. But based on the very strong day today and strong close, I think there's a high probability that we're going to open much higher. And if that's the case, it might go up without me. We'll see. It will be a very interesting day tomorrow. Now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, this one was kind of weak today. It was definitely a tech rally. It's still the same range inside this range of support and resistance. So, not much to do until it pushes above this level or down below this level. I think, like I said, mentioned the previous session, it could be very choppy and update and then down. And I don't want anything to do with this one inside this range until it pushes above either this level or this level. Now for the semiconductor index, had a good day also. Um, Found support around the 20-day moving average and was able to push back above the 50-day moving average. That's this purple line. And it closed very strong. However, it is still stuck between this very strong resistance between 3450 and what 3470 and the previous day's low. However, I think today's low is going to be very important. I think if it dips below today's low, there's a very high chance that it's going to dip below this pivot point here. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but this one, not much to do until if it can prove, if it can push above this pivot point, I will be looking for an entry point, especially if it happens after a couple more sessions. This one is still looking good to the upside. For the Russell 2000 IWM ETF, this one was neutral today. It really did nothing. It's trading around the 10-day moving average and the 5-day moving average. That's the blue line and that red line. Just below very strong resistance, this trading range right here. And then you have the 100-day moving average declining 10-day move. No, the 100-day moving average, which proved to be very strong resistance here. So expect the same thing again unless it can consolidate for a couple more sessions and then push higher and can prove that it can trade way above that 100-day moving average. If that's the case, especially if it closes above the 100-day moving average, I think this one will be a good trading vehicle for the long side. And this one has very strong support down here, but it looks like it doesn't even want to go down that far. It found support around this pivot point just under 205, and we'll see if this can become a new trading range. Now I see divergences between the indices. This one was weak. S&P 500 was good. Semiconductor index, okay, also. NASDAQ 100 was very strong. And then the Dow Jones Industrial Average was weak also. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see if the upside momentum continues tomorrow. If you ask me, I hope it takes a break tomorrow because the setups will be a lot more attractive. If there's no setup, there's no trade for me. Thanks for stopping by and good luck trading tomorrow.